Hello, I'm Sigsolo. Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's shave. Today's razor is a razor that was released in a cooperation between the razor company Aylsworth razors and Karve shaving back in the beginning of September. And it's this one. It's the Never Alone 5 razor. Here's the box. It was made to put awareness to men's suicide and men's mental health. I did use the razor from last year in a September shave, but I just got this in and I thought, well, here it is. The Never Alone aluminium razor, the Never Alone 5 razor. It's a Karve razor, made a Karve head, a Christopher Bradley head, the D plates, so it's a 0.98 millimeter of a gap and a 0.13 millimeter exposure. So here you have it. It's made in collaboration, with Aylsworth. So here you have it. Look at the colors there. And I'm using it today rather than waiting a year, because I think that I know September was the month, but we need to keep remembering to reach out if we have trouble or if we see a friend in trouble or struggling, to reach out. You know, sometimes all it takes is just to listen, from my experience. So offer an ear, offer a shoulder to cry on, go for a walk, sit next to each other, say nothing. You know, the smallest things sometimes is what is needed when you're struggling with thoughts, traumas, and your mental health. So anyway, the Wizamet blade on its 4th use. The soap is the Tabacchi soap. That's the name of the tobacco stores in Portugal where Nando is from, or Nando, that makes these soaps. So I saw him in a live saying that this is pronounced Tabacchi, like the tobacco stores in Portugal. So I don't know. Is the new collab base that he made in cooperation with the razor company. So you see, has the razor company logo there. Contains baobab, marshmallow root, and tosser silk as 3 new ingredients. The splash contains, that's the new collab content, the new collab, what does it say? Formula contains hyaluronic acid as the new ingredients, apart from the aloe vera and rose water and all the good stuff that we know was always in Master Soap Creations. This soap was very kindly, and the splash was very kindly gifted to me via the razor company from Nando over at Master Soap Creations. So thank you, Jason, for passing this along from Nando, who gifted this to me. The brush is the brush that aka Brushworx gave away in their Christmas Live, in the razor company's Christmas Live, I think Christmas 2022, and I want this. And look at the colors in the handle. It has that blue and purple like the razor does. So I thought this would be a great fit in with the colors. Great. So you see that there, the purple and the blue there in the handle. And here you have the Giles shaving ball. There you have them. Let's get this shave started. I was on my vacation in Denmark when this was released, so I mixed up the time zones, so only the D plate was left. Usually I prefer the C plate on my Christopher Bradleys, so that was sold out. The B and the C was sold out, so I of course had to get the D, because I think this is a great collab. It's a great course. and I know from personal experience how much a person willing to reach out or to just listen can mean for your mental health and to get on with the everyday life. So I of course had to have this. I know it was a September thing, but you know, for me it's an everyday thing. Anyway, the Never Alone Christopher Bradley razor with the D plate. So super duper smooth. 90 millimeters long handle, 34 grams. Oh yeah. Aluminium. I don't know what they say in Canada. Do you say aluminum or do you say aluminum? Aluminium or do you say aluminum in Canada? I don't know. This arrived home a couple of days after I arrived home from my recent trip to the Faroe Islands. So wonderful razor. So which Karve razor is your favorite? The Overlander, the Bison, or the Christopher Bradley? I like the Overlander. I like the Bison. But this Christopher Bradley is my favorite. So, and one of my first artisan razors. That I purchased back in 2020 when I returned to wet shaving. So, which one is your favorite? Have you tried the soap, the Collab base? Do you have another favorite Master Soap Creation soap? This is one of my absolute favorite scents because it's the Tom Ford tobacco and vanilla. That's companies like Sterling also used to make, and when I say used to, it's because I saw them announce that their usual provider of fragrance oil sold their company to another company, and they didn't want to sell fragrance oils to Sterling because the amounts were too little, the batches or something like that. So if you need, they are trying to find another way, I know. They announced that too. But so far have not, as far as I know. By the time of the recording of this. This is of course recorded in October 2025. So if you're watching this a year from now, or the issue might have been solved. But I tell you, financial soaps are amongst my favorite. So, and I actually have this soap in the old base and the new collab base that Fernando gifted me. I see a little up there. A little there. This has the white body cap, in case you're wondering. So the blade is not sticking out. They are of course sold out. So if you want this, you need to find it in second hand. BST. If anyone is selling theirs. I doubt it. These are great razors, I tell you. Anyway, let's wash the face. We've had snow all day, and we've had frost at night, down to -7. Couple of nights, so everything's frozen in the morning. We had some rain and some snow, but it's still above minus. It's 2 degrees centigrade outside, so it's not. It's the snow doesn't stay. So, but it is there as a reminder that it's about there. Usually in week 42, when we have the autumn holiday in the schools here, that's when the snow starts to stay. That's in a week. So, oh yeah, fantastic. Need a little more on my neck there. Fantastic after shave. No burning whatsoever. Hyaluronic acid, rose water, and aloe vera. What's not to like? Anyway, let's do the sound test. Perfecto mundo. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, and share. And you know why we do this? We do this because we are not obsessed, we're dedicated. Sigsolo out.